Adam, welcome to Chad TV.
What's up, man? How are we?
It's week 10.
Yeah, it is.
I like those glasses.
They're pretty good. A good friend of mine gave them to me.
Nice. All right, man. What's the significance behind this episode?
It's 3:21 in the morning right now. We just put in a 13-hour plus session into recording and mixing new music and getting all that ready. And it's fucking really good. It was worth staying up for. That's why. We didn't plan on staying up this late. You got to go with the flow. You got to go with the vibes. And you fixed an old song and it came out really good. And I'm like, we got to touch this up. So I am the coldest dude. I'm the coldest white dude in Old Forge. Well, besides you, I mean, you made the song, but I engineered it and it sounds fucking fantastic. I am capable of mixing Grammy Award winning songs because I learned from engineers who are that good. So I can say that. I'm not full of shit. My mixes are that good. Watch the camera.
Mr. Producer.
That's correct, Mr. Producer. That's our AI in the Slack.
All right, cool. Yeah, flow state. All right. Here's all I want to do this week. We're doing quick ones.
What if I have a lot to say?
Well, I was going to say whatever you'd like to say.
Okay, all right. Listen, I have two things that I want to talk about. And I might not remember the second one by the time I'm done with the first because it's late. But okay, so I was thinking today, the hyper masculine is closer to the feminine than you could even possibly imagine. And how could I say something like that? What the fuck does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. If you take a guy who is what you might consider high testosterone, dominant personality type, you're going to find that a lot of those people aren't what you think they are. So what I define as actual like high testosterone is, I'm not going to say stoic because I actually think that that's a shitty way to live. You should be stoic sometimes, in my opinion, but not all the time. You don't want to be a fucking robot. But calmness, doesn't cool head under pressure, doesn't overreact, relaxed, even under pressure. That to me is how you, and you know, because you know people that are actually like on TRT just generally seem like that. A lot of the times, from what I've seen.
They're calm.
Yeah, they're just very like...
The guys that I know that have the highest T are like the most conscious, calm people.
Correct. However, what you might think as is high T, which actually isn't, you'll see guys with high blood pressure, they're very red in the face. They might be strong. And I'm going to want you to think of the traditionally, classically masculine, blue-collar type guy you'd think of. These guys get very emotional. They get very angry. They're very confrontational. So it's not necessarily feminine where it's submissive, but it's over-aggression bordering on feminine. And I just want you all to understand that the reason I'm talking about this is you might think that having road rage or being tough makes you cool, but it actually makes you a gigantic pussy. That is not high testosterone behavior. And if you find yourself being sarcastic or snarky or having road rage or being angry, you should probably get your testosterone checked because you're not Tony Soprano and you're not just flying off at the handle, alpha male controlling, in charge of everything. You're actually just a pussy. And I would kill you with my bare hands. So.
Cool. I don't know why you brought that up, but it makes sense. I've seen both of those, and I've also felt like as I've personally experienced being both of those before. I'm sure we all have.
I'm shit posting in real life. There's there's truth behind what I just said, but it's 3:25 in the morning. You said talk about whatever I want.
I know you have one more thing, but actually,
yeah,
since this is a documentation more than anything, I think it only makes sense that we bring up the most significant thing that probably happened to you. One of the most significant things that happened to you in your life this week.
Yeah, true. All right, so I proposed to my fiance. We're engaged, and correct. We've been together for 8 years. My parents did the exact same thing. They've been married for over 30 years, so inshallah. God bless. Yeah, so that's very exciting. I'm very excited about that. That's about it. I mean, look, listen. I'm not putting anything else out there. This is for documentation purposes for ourselves. I shared the moment with friends and family already. You know,
Nothing's really changing.
if you're friends and family and you're watching this, thank you very much. If I don't know you, fuck off.
All right, now go back to the second thing if you do remember. Why don't you tell everybody what you consumed today?
Listen, I Trump maxed. All right, listen. Trump and Warren Buffett, two most powerful men in the country, two of them at some point. Watch the chair bumping into the camera. Fuel themselves allegedly on McDonald's. Do you believe that? Maybe it's for media. Maybe it's to make themselves seem more humble and down to earth. I don't know. But they might do it. So for breakfast, I had 3 cups of a very strong espresso blend coffee. It's tweaking. And I had one at Dunkin' too afterwards. And then and then for lunch, because I was tweaking, I had a double quarter pounder with cheese, medium with a Coke Zero. And I fasted until I had Ben & Jerry's, a pint of cookies and cream or whatever the fuck. Milk and cookies.
Tell them why it doesn't matter.
How could you ever think microplastics could interfere with your destiny? If you think that McDonald's I ate is going to interfere with my destiny, you're wrong. You're wrong.
It's 3:21. You ain't awake.
It's 3:28.
You ain't putting in work right now.
No, listen. I actually saw a clip. John Danaher, best jiu-jitsu coach of all time, talking to George St. Pierre, saying that diet doesn't matter because George St. Pierre fueled himself on Coca-Cola and McDonald's for the first half of his career.
Really?
And Gordon Ryan, the best no-gi jiu-jitsu grappler of all time right now, said that, I'm pretty sure, what did he say? He ate like shit. I don't remember what it was, but it was something else.
Damn, I didn't know that George St. Pierre only ate McDonald's.
Yeah, he was fucking...
That's interesting.
Dude, I mean, I assume it was because they were broke. And it was just convenient.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he said it doesn't matter. And a lot of guys will say that. If what I ate the week before affects my performance, I clearly am not good at this sport. In a sports sense for jiu-jitsu, I'm not saying eating good isn't good for your life. And I'm not justifying eating McDonald's and coffee for breakfast.
It's only negative if you actually feel like it's impairing you and you continue to do it.
Yeah, I think that if you ate it every day, you would start to feel like shit even if you didn't think so, but whatever. It's not important right now.
Any other anything else you want to talk about?
There was another point I was gonna make. Well, something else that happened this week. We filmed a case study video, and it's actually cool. It's kind of like a gigantic middle finger to everybody who has been disappointed in hearing some kind of proposal from us. They didn't want to work with us. I don't know if it's worth the money. So I'm stacking up case studies, as many as possible, and I'm going to advertise them. I'm going to shove them down everybody's throat. We added 50,000 cash collected, 2,500 a week to a solo practitioner electrician from one video, just putting up a good website, which we created the website and then scripted out of VSL. And it's a fantastic VSL. It's very well edited. It's very well shot. 3 minutes long. Within a week of just uploading that and having no additional advertising, SEO, Facebook ad, nothing. Just put this up organically. He said he went from 1 to 2 calls a day to 3 to 4, and he's inundated. And of the work he can accept it's $2K to $2,500 a week in extra revenue. And he said if he had the team and capacity, it would be a lot more. So the shit that I do works. I am good at it. So you should buy it.
Yeah, we're gonna put it on print, and we're gonna hand deliver it to every business that turned down a proposal.
No, it's okay. I'm just kidding. It's fine. But that's actually super important. That's literally a huge needle moving task as far as business goes. I think most people don't do case studies. They don't have them. They have gay testimonials. It was nice to work with us. Oh, they were so nice. And they use this language. They use this language where it's like, if you've read 1984, it's like newspeak, whatever, where they ingsoc, English socialism is what it means. And they change the words so that they mean nothing and they can't go against the government. And they take the meaning out of words and make up new words. So what they do in, garbage businesses, they say, oh, comprehensive brand strategy to not nail your voice and connect with your target audience, which basically means nothing. It means nothing. It means nothing happened. It means I took your money and arguably something may have happened, maybe it didn't. We don't do that. I make you money.
Results.
I'm a fucking cash machine. You give me $2, I'll make it $4. So, or you don't pay. All right.
All right.
That's it. Good night, folks.